let me take a swig of water before I get started. So, today I'm all pinked out because Valentine's Day is approaching. I'm going to be discussing my TBR for February. It's massive. Hopefully I can get through everything that I want to get through. I already completed 2 books this month. I'm feeling good. I'm energized. It's my weekend. It's a Monday. Let's do this. Okay. In February, there are 2 readathons happening. There is Contemporaryathon, which is hosted by Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, Julie from Pages and Pens, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. And they have a number of prompts that I am going to hopefully accomplish this week, because Contemporaryathon is happening right now, guys. Without further ado, let me tell you everything I'm going to read. Also, Blackathon. Blackathon is happening all month long. I'm really pumped for it. Everything that I'm reading this month, well, I'm finishing up some books from January, but the majority of everything I'm reading are by Black authors, and I'm so excited. I know this is the year that I'm going to start reading a lot more diversely. I did very poor last year, and this is something that I want to rectify in the continuing years of my reading life, which is going to be the rest of my life. Oh, Contemporaryathon. The prompts are as follows. So for a diverse read, green on the cover, and new to me authors, I am choosing A Love-Hate Thing by Whitney D. Grandison. She is a local author here in Akron, Ohio, and I'm so proud of her for getting her first work published. This is a YA book, and this is all about, I'll just read you a little bit on the insert here. And she's fine. I met her and I loved meeting her, and she signed my book for me. It says, "Thanks for the support." So, when Tyson Trice finds himself tossed into the wealthy coastal community of Pacific Hills, he's ready for the questions, the stares, and the feeling of not belonging. Not that he cares. After recovering from being shot and surviving through the rough streets of Lindenwood, he doesn't care about anyone or anything, much less how the rest of his life will play out. Golden Girl Nandy Smith has spent most of her life building the pristine image it takes to make it in her hometown of Pacific Hills. After learning that her parents are taking in a troubled teen boy, Nandy fears her summer plans as well as her reputation will go up in flames. I'm assuming this is a romance. They're both under one roof. So that's basically what this book is about, and I'm here for it. So there's that one. Oh, also illustrated cover right here. Another one that meets all those previous prompts that I mentioned is Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. I also met him at the local Barnes & Noble the night I met Whitney. And so this one is about when Jack and Kate meet at a party, bonding until sunrise over their mutual love of Fruit Loops and their favorite flicks. Jack knows he's falling hard. Soon she's meeting his best friends Jillian and Franny, and Kate wins them over as easily as she did Jack. Jack's curse of almost is finally over, but this love story is complicated. It is an almost happily ever after because Kate dies, and their story should end there, yet Kate's death sends Jack back to the beginning, the moment they first meet, and Kate's there again. Beautiful, radiant Kate. Happy, healthy, and charming as ever. Jack isn't sure if he's losing his mind, still, if he has the chance to prevent Kate's death, he'll take it. So, I believe there's like a choice that he has to make, and the choice to save her affects someone that's close to him, I think. Let me just show you how Justin signed my book, and I love it. It says, "Bethany, stay true to your wildest dreams," and he crossed out opposite of, and then he underlined always, and he signed it. They were so lovely to me. I want this to be a continuing thing to meet authors. So yeah, Opposite of Always. Next Also illustrated cover for that one as well. Green on the cover, diverse, new to me, all that. Booktuber shout out. So a booktuber recommendation of a book they loved and you shout them out. So for the first one, this is Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. And Lauren from Lauren Wade, she loved, I remember her loving this book. So this is all about a couple in Africa. Let me see if I can find out which country in Africa. Nigeria. A couple in Nigeria, they're having trouble conceiving, and the husband is considering taking a second wife so that he can have children. So that's about all I know about this one. That's all I want to know, and I hope to love this one too. And then Lauren from Lauren in the Books, she liked Queenie by Candace Carty-Williams. This is basically like, it's been compared to the Bridget Jones Diary, but I'm sure that I think I remember Lauren saying that she's going through a breakup and it's just about her life, you know, all that. So that's Queenie. And she also loved Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And this is about a couple, I think it's first set in Africa, in Nigeria. And the woman in the relationship, she goes to America, and then the man in the relationship, he ends up in the UK, but he wants to go to America to try to reunite with her. I think that's what this is about. Again, I'll just, you know, go into it not knowing and just go along for the ride. Backlist. For this one I picked You Can't Touch My Hair by Phoebe Robinson. I had this on my TBR since December of 2016. I don't own this book, but I borrowed it from the library via Libby. I've already read it. I read it in like a day, and it was over 300 pages, and it's like, who am I? Like, because I never do that. I'm usually a slower reader, so I loved it. I'll talk about it more in my wrap-up for the month, but just know that I really enjoyed it. You should read it. Hard-hitting. I'm picking a Roxane Gay book for this one. I'm currently reading Bad Feminist, which she touches on like rape culture, mostly about rape culture and what it means to be a feminist, and sometimes how she is a bad feminist at times, because she still talks about enjoying problematic things, but then she thinks about it and then she's like, oh crap, like, that does make me a bad feminist. And she talks about even more, and I'm so engrossed in the book. I'm like 2/3 of the way through, so I'm really enjoying that one as well. I love me some memoirs, nonfiction, so if you have any of those recommendations, just shoot them down below. Then, also I borrowed from the library, the ebooks of Hunger and Not That Bad, Dispatches from Rape Culture by Roxane Gay. So I want to go through all of Roxane Gay's nonfiction this month. And that brings me to Blackathon, which is hosted by Jessie, from Bow Ties and Books. Their channel is amazing. I love them so much. And there's also Lauren, who's hosting from A Novel Lush. And everybody who I've mentioned will be linked down, of course, in the description. So for this one, you can either be Team SFF or Team Contemporary. I'm Team Contemporary for this round of Blackathon. And so the prompts are as follows. So the first author that is mentioned is Bossy Ikby. A work exploring the intersection of mental health or disability in Black folks. And for this one, I'm reading The Pretty One by Kia Brown. And she has cerebral palsy, and this book is compiled of essays that she talks about disability and things like that, and pop culture. Again, I love me some nonfiction and memoirs and essays and things like that. So next prompt is based off of Marlon James, the author. A work not set in the U.S. doesn't follow the Black American narrative. So with this, I'm going to double up and read "Stay With Me" by Ayobami Adebayo. And again, I already told you what this book is about. So it's set in Nigeria. So yeah. The next prompt is based off of Alexa Martin. A lighthearted work that doesn't cover the struggle. It features powerful romantic and platonic bonds. Now I have A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole. I also have The AI Who Loved Me by Alyssa Cole in audiobook form. I also borrow from the library the ebook of Intercepted by Alexa Martin. I believe that's the first one. So I'm really excited to get to those. It's like a sports romance series. And then the last one is based off of the author Akaweke Emezi. A protagonist who challenges preconceived notions of blackness. A black revolutionary character. Now I have a few options to go with this one. I'm either going to read Dear Martin by Nick Stone, Revolution of Bertie Randolph by Brandy Colbert, or The Field Guide to the North American Teenager by Ben Philippi. So if you guys are familiar with any of those three books, drop a comment below and let me know if one fits the prompt more than the other or more than the others, and which one you would recommend me read, because I would really appreciate your help on that one. That's my TBR for February. Is jam-packed. I am so excited. I'm so energized. My vacation's next week. So yeah, and I'm really pumped that I actually got through my whole TBR in under 15 minutes. So what are you guys reading for February? Are you guys participating in any of the previously mentioned readathons? If so, link me your TBR videos. I love watching TBR videos. They're like my favorites on BookTube. So if you haven't hit subscribe yet and you would want to see more of my lovely face, then you could go ahead and subscribe now. I'll leave my other social media stuff in the description. And until next time, happy reading. I'll see you next time. Bye.